draft video. I'm not sure how exactly it's going to turn out, but because there's been so much controversy, I'm going to have to start addressing some of that controversy, particularly regarding who I am and what I am. So I'll start with what I identify as. I identify as a social scientist, and I've earned that title. Some of my work on AI has been used extensively, been incorporated into some of the most successful AI language models. My background is in psychology. I'm working to certify as that because I need work. But I identify as a social scientist, and I've probably been more successful in that role, having my work actually enacted, actually doing something, than most of my peers. So whatever shit talking is going on, let's be clear here. I actually do things. I get things done. There's this proclivity for people at universities to, just kind of atrophy. They do their work, they publish their papers, but they don't really ever accomplish much. I call it intellectual masturbation, and as someone who is quite proficient in this area, I think it's appropriate for me to say, like, I'm a social scientist, and I'm probably more successful than my peers. I'm not an idiot. I understand a lot of theory. I don't have a specialist knowledge in anything. That's why I use the generic term social scientist. I've pulled a lot of different ideas from different fields to be able to create tacos. It's built on political science, political economy, which is the area which I'm most interested in as a hobby, and of course psychology. Like, I've had to study individual figures who have been successful in politics, such as Trump, seeing how his techniques work of creating controversy, studying how gender politics work and how to align myself with that community so we could spearhead this thing. So there's a lot of candor around this, but I'm not bullshitting that. I am a social scientist. I do deserve the credit for it, and people who are a part of my movement can look at me and what I'm doing, and they can go, hey, this guy here, he is an intellectual, right? This isn't some loudmouth brat. Like, I do know what I'm talking about. I don't have a deep specialist knowledge in anything. That's something I would like to examine at the end of this project. I would like to go over everything that's happened and formally codify it in a quite long thesis. Maybe that should be my doctoral thesis. And then we can use that to then, properly get recognition for what I've done here. At the moment, I identify myself as a quite brilliant, I'd say probably doctoral student. I'm not affiliated with any university formally. I have strong ties to the University of Southern Queensland. But I'm at that level where I could go in and teach a very comfortably personality and feel as if that my students would be able to get by on it without being robbed. Feel like I was doing that. Again, I'm not currently registered. I have to register a couple like in the past, being my internship program. I am not formally associated with the university, but it won't be in the more distant future, because my objective at the moment is to lead a revolution. I can say it again, remember, I go to a lot of different wells here. I look at Gorbachev in the Soviet Union. He used to go to this villa where he would really not do a lot, just do a lot of theory work. He was trying to find a way to democratize the Soviet Union, and it ended disastrously because old mate Bronson, I'm pretty sure, I forgot his actual name, was creating all kinds of political issues. Right? If you are doing this work, you need to be doing the political work if you want to get something done. Right? You can sit down in your fancy office at your university. You can feel all superior about yourself because you're affiliated with a formal institution, and you can create an identity of yourself as an intellectual above the around you, or you can get out into the community, build relationships, start political movements. That's my message to a lot of my friends who are engaged in political science and political theory. And I think there's some resentment by some of my peers who have stayed in the academic system, right? People who are kind of bright, like me, because I don't identify as a genius, I identify as bright. They are kind of, they've got this personality characteristic that separates them from other people, and it can be quite alienating. And what they want to do is that they want to codify that identity by formalizing it, by getting their doctorate and being a pretentious academic fuckwit. And that's what I've had to deal with. I'm actually quite affectionate and good friends with many people who are formal intellectuals, and I think it's something which I might even pursue in the future. I'm not bagging out the entire thing. I'm expressing more my frustration